Welcome. It's a new era. The Nick Shine Show has brought us a new era. Era. E-R-A. Hopefully, never an error. Hopefully, the New York Jets, Woody Johnson, the 33rd team, got this one right. Hopefully, this is the start of a new day. Hopefully, this is the start of success. Aaron Glenn is the New York Jets head coach. What does it mean? Where do we go from here? We're going to discuss that and much, much more. It's a huge news day for the New York Jets. I thank you for joining me here tonight. We're going to get right into it right after this. This one.
It's got me.
Gentry covered the fumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime as Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
It is. And I thank you for being here. Welcome, everybody. I'm welcoming everybody. I'm excited. So everyone who's here, welcome. It's a different day, so it's a different opening. Aaron Glenn, former New York Jet, drafted by the New York Jets. First round pick, all pro. A pick that we made in the 90s that worked out. Is coming home. He will now go from former player, former scout, worked his way up from the bottom, a road scout, driving around town to town, looking at players, to the pinnacle of his profession, a head coach in the NFL. I'm happy for Aaron Glenn. I was my son's age when Aaron Glenn was drafted to the New York Jets. And here I am, 30-something years later, watching him take the reins of this organization with a very large task at hand. He's got to turn this ship around. Aaron Glenn has a lot of potential. He's got a lot of opportunity. Let's go through it. We all want an end to this playoff drought. He gets that alone, he's going to be an icon. Aaron Glenn and the future GM have to get a quarterback of the future. He gets that done. He's a legend. There's a lot of things that we need to fix. Rich Cimini tweeted something today. 2008 with Favre was the last time we were a top 10 offense. 2002 was the last time we won the division. 2011 or 10 was the last time we were in the playoffs. 1967 was the last time we had a 4,000-yard passer. 4,000-yard passers grow on trees now. You play 17 games, and you can become a 4,000-yard passer. It's very easy to do in this day and era with all the passing rules. Now, Aaron Glenn has a lot of work in front of him. First thing he's got to do, figure out what's he going to do with Aaron Rodgers. That's a big phone call. Other phone calls he has to make. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. Get your coaching staff together, and then you're calling these players. And you're going to say to them, just so you know, for those of you that don't, this is my nephew. This is not my sister saying that I am in her nightmares. This is my pain in the ass 7-year-old nephew who, if he wants anything for his birthday in a couple weeks, will start being a lot nicer and less annoying. Now, anyway, we have to turn this around. We have to make phone calls. You call the key pieces on this team. You call Sauce, you call Garrett, you call Breece, and you sit down with them or talk to them on the phone. It's the offseason, and you say, this is our plan. This is what we want to do with you. This is what we envision. This is how we're going to utilize you. We hope that you're here with us. We hope that you are a part of this. We know Sauce already said he wants to be here for the turnaround. He'd be a hater if he wasn't. Okay, respect that. Now, when you look at Garrett, I think Garrett's our biggest concern in I don't want to call him a superstar, but he's there, right? He's on the brink of being a superstar. We get a scheme that gets the ball in his hands downfield where he's only got a safety to beat and not 4 linebackers running at him, a corner and 2 safeties. He's going to be very exciting in the open field. We've seen it. I think of the Chicago game in the rain where he outran the safety touchdown. Need more of that. Need a scheme that shows Garrett, hey, we're going to get you the ball. We're going to get you the ball downfield. We're going to get you the ball in a situation to make one guy miss and go the distance. Prove to Garrett that you're going to build around him. Prove to Garrett that this is the place for him. This is where he should be. This is where he wants to stay. Breece Hall, drastically and awfully utilized this past season. Go to him and say, see what Gibbs does in Detroit? That's how we want to use you. We want to get you the ball in open space. We want to get you the ball with a head of steam. We want to just put the ball in your hands and watch you be you. Braylon Allen. You see David Montgomery? That's how we want to utilize you. We want you to be the bruiser. We want Breece to be a guy that we can get the ball out in space and watch him humiliate people. Be a part of this. Now, there's a lot of other calls that need to be made, but I would start right away with what we declare the big 4, right? We know Jermaine Johnson said he's on board. We know Jermaine Johnson is exciting tweeting. I saw Braylon Allen tweet. I haven't seen Garrett or Breece tweet. I haven't looked at their pages specifically for a tweet. Maybe someone can let me know if they have and what they've shared. But I've seen Michael Carter. I've seen Jermaine. I've seen Braylon Allen. I've seen Quincy Quinnen. I've seen give their sign of approval over this, which is also really cool as a player to know that this guy, I mean, it's a different building, but this guy was in the Jet locker room before you were all born. And now he's worked his way up and he's going to be your leader. He's going to be the guy you call coach. He's going to be the guy you put your faith in to get the best out of you. He's going to be the guy that you bleed for. The guy that you will do anything for because he's going to give you every single thing that he's got. He comes from the school of Bill Parcells. Not every player has to be treated soft. Not every player has to be babied. You coach the player the way the player needs to be coached. Some are visual learners. Some have to learn by applying it. You figure out the best way to reach each player, and you do that. Some guys, you can't yell at. They'll go into a shell. Other guys, you got to get rough with because they know how to get the best out of somebody. That's the most difficult part of being a coach. Easy, in my opinion, is designing a scheme, is designing a plan of attack, is learning how to stop the other team and take away what they do best. The most difficult part of coaching is learning how to deal with different individuals and making them all see the big picture. So dealing with professionals is a lot different than dealing with kids and coaching them like I have. But people are still people. They still learn and retain information and respond to different coaching methods. So is this true? Sauce deleted Twitter and IG. Sauce was just posting about golf a day or two ago. Interesting. I didn't know that. For those of you who are shiners and are members of the channel, thank you. We've hit a new high for members to the channel. Super chats, great way to support the channel. Get your comment on air. Memberships, we are close, but we've surpassed the number that we've been capped at. We're past that. Oh, I got you. I thought it was a question. Thank you for clarifying, Clancy. Josh, I thought that was a question. Like, how about the player deleting it? All right, you're saying how about they do that? I don't think that's something that you do in this day and era. I don't think you limit the players. They're going to hate that. They grew up in this generation with it. I don't think they're going to change that in any way, shape, or form. I get the sentiment, but the application of it, you just can't. You can't do. I get what you're saying. So, like I said, gifted memberships, we should be good to go. I'm very hopeful that we are and that we are past this mess. Now, if you are a shiner, if you are a member of the channel, we now have, oh, I can't see, I'm old. We now have, I'm looking. We have a Breece Hall emoji. I thought it was time to get Breece Hall in there. Okay, I gotta take this off and look. I'm sorry, I'm old. And we have an Aaron Glenn. We have Coach, and we got Breece. Very good combination. Sorry, the boxes there are really small. That's what she said. So we have some new emojis. You want to take part in the emojis? Join the channel. It's a lot of fun. It's a great place. For those of you that might not know the rules here, once we hit 50 likes, we share the call-in link. So the quicker you like the stream, the quicker that you hear. Yeah, Vino. It's a regular size laptop screen, but the emojis are so small that I had to really get close. Thank you for pointing that out, jerk. So now, let's discuss. By the way, 15 minutes from when I get in the door, I'm trying to get the Keurig to go. It wouldn't go. It takes the water in, wouldn't heat it up. Just times out. I come down here, turn the computer on, I get changed. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? Let me go try it one last time. I go upstairs. It worked. Thank you. And my shirt, without God, I am nothing. Last night, very stressful. A lot of prayer today. Much better spirits, much better mood. And for those of you that reached out to me the last night and today, thank you. I love you. Very kind of you, very sweet of you to do. I love you guys, even though I'm a jerk to you sometimes. 3 siblings with a super chat. Love you. Pause. Rodgers 40 touchdowns, 6 interceptions next season. Throwing to Travis Hunter in Tennessee. Ooh, interesting take. I like it. Definitely. Bino, you speaking from experience or you just roasting an older guy? Let me know where you are in this boat. Peter, welcome. It was fun seeing you in the Discord last week. I know Weed the People was not there, but it was great hanging out with you. And I know he's a giant puss and he's avoiding you. Sorry about that. I don't know why. You know what? I don't have the patience to wait and see. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm dropping a 5 spot right now to kick us off. And we're going to find out immediately what the dealio is with YouTube tonight. I'm dropping 5 channel memberships right now. Let's see if they go through. Let's see if they connect. No. Oh, we got Zoink Nation. Harvey Bouchard Jr. KFP. We got the sauce. And another Beastbreaker 666. But good news. This channel looks like the ban has been boosted. I don't know. Whoever's being him, I think like 5 different people may have set up those accounts all simultaneously. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend Hank G from the town of St. Catharines, Canada. I don't even know what accent that was. It just sounded fancy. Gifted a membership. Thank you, Hank. I used my Canada coffee mug that you got me yesterday. You went to Robert Throckmorton. Thank you, Hank. I appreciate you. And you stay fancy, you handsome son of a gun, you. Now, let's talk about Aaron Glenn and the coaching staff he's trying to put together. So all reports are that he's going after Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks, former head coach in the league with the Carolina Panthers. Most recently was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers in 23. He's been in the room with Shanahan. He's been in the room as the head at the table. I like that Aaron Glenn, who will be a rookie head coach, is bringing in someone to run the defense who, number one, is aggressive. The reason he's not in San Francisco anymore is because they said he didn't run the same. He wanted to be more aggressive with his scheme, and San Francisco doesn't run it that way. Yes, please. I'll take aggression. I want aggressive defense. I want an attacking scheme. I like that. I want to see 4 or 5 guys going. I want to see an unblocked man going into the backfield. I'm all for that. Now, some other members, or not members yet, but some of the other coaches that Aaron Glenn, according to Jordan Schultz, has reached out to. Mark Brunell. Good sign. Mark Brunell, veteran in the league, has worked his way up through the coaching ranks. Played here before. Was Mark Sanchez's backup. Chris Banjo as special teams coach. Not familiar with him. Former Bears interim head coach, Thomas Brown. Former Chiefs head coach and an offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh when they had, what did they have? A superstar running back and a superstar wide receiver. And they had an elite offense. Todd Haley, who ran Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. So, another guy who's a head coach with the Chiefs for 3 seasons. I like that he's getting experience. I like that he's getting guys in. I like that he's smart enough to rely on going after people who he can lean upon and have conversations with, and guys who, if you're going to stick around in this league for a long time, you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to learn what you did wrong and how not to do it wrong again, and then pass that information on to your coaching tree. Very rarely do guys come into the league and just get it right from day one. And another name, Mike Westhoff. Should he come out of retirement, is the words from Jordan Schultz. Now, For those of you unaware, Mike Westhoff was with the Broncos this year. He attempted to be with the Broncos in a coaching gig there. And for health reasons, he had to step away. We'll see. From my understanding, I think he still lives out in this area. I don't know if he can do a full-time thing, but maybe Aaron Glenn speaks to him and they bring him in, and he's a consultant or someone who just helps out when he can with the specials. So he's the best special teams coach in NFL history, in my opinion, and can't ever hurt to have that guy on a football field teaching, coaching, implementing, and just being the awesome individual that he is. Guys, we rotate the emojis. That's what we do. According to the math, we are 28 emojis away, 28 memberships away from adding another emoji. You want to add another emoji? You want Dave Briga back? 28 memberships will get Dave Briga back this evening. 27, because Hank gifted one as well. You want Dave Briga? I want to give you Dave Briga. Let's get there together, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah, Clance, Tom. It's there. It's there. Or make your own channel, Clancy. Let's see. There's two of me, Clancy. What kind of lies are you spreading in the chat? There's two pictures of me. One's Flower Girl, which is stupid, which is the whole premise of this channel. And the other one is the rebrand photo. There's as many of weed as there is of me. Fucking guys are bastards. I swear to God. Wildwave with a 9-month member super chat. Thank you, Wildwave. And Aaron Glenn, we trust. I really hope it works out for him and Woody stays out of the way. It's obvious that we're giving him the keys to the franchise, including GM. Let's discuss that. Perfect segue. Perfect segue. This time yesterday, I think we all thought Lance Newmark was a lock. Now today, the Jets are going on, and I think they should. They're going on to second interviews with some other general manager candidates. Did something fall apart with Newmark? Him and Glenn not on the same page? The Jets have to reroute? Don't know. The Jets just doing their due diligence? Don't know. Nothing's come out other than the Jets are conducting second interviews with some other candidates. All right. Makes sense. Did Aaron Glenn go to the Jets and say, all right, now that I'm the coach, I would like to hear from this guy and this guy? I don't know if there's a connection. I've been so busy. I went from one job to the other. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. Probably won't. Coffee's with me. That's dinner. Didn't want to be late to sit down and talk with you fantastic people. And please don't make Stack upset. He's halfway around the world, but he's willing to come over here if everyone watching the show doesn't hit the like button. Give us Dimitrov. Now, I haven't caught up to date with it. Is Dimitrov one of the ones getting a second interview? I thought I saw earlier in a tweet that it was somebody from Cincinnati. Somebody in the front office in Cincinnati. And It is. Man, there's a lot of tweets tonight from the Jets. Broncos assistant general manager Darren Muge, Mougey, and senior personnel executive with the Bengals, Trey Brown, will have second interviews. All right. This is what we're looking for, Rich. Thank you. Muge has an indirect connection to Aaron Glenn through Sean Payton. Lance Newmark remains a candidate. So they haven't eliminated Newmark. They are talking to other candidates, and they're trying to, I guess, do their due diligence, find the perfect match. I wonder if there was, and this is just speculation, obviously, what if Newmark wants to move on and Glenn wants to keep Rodgers, or vice versa? What if they're not on the same page with that? And that's part of the issue. Now, something I do want to read for you fine, distinguished people. Statement from Woody Johnson, Jets owner, who we've been very critical of. I'm excited to welcome Aaron Glenn home as the head coach of the New York Jets. Aaron earned this opportunity through almost 3 decades of NFL experience, 10 with us as a player and a scout. He brings tremendous leadership skills and the vision this organization needs to be successful. I am thrilled to see him lead this team. All right. Now, statement from our new head coach, former Jet player, which is cool. I'm not going to lie. It's cool. Will it be successful? To be determined. But this is pretty cool. Glenn says, and I quote, "This place is special for me. From the time I was drafted and practiced on Long Island to the time I came back as a scout in New Jersey, this organization has always felt like home. I'm thankful to Mr. Johnson for this opportunity. To our players, prepare to be coached with everything we have. That is our responsibility. I ask that we share the same vision, and that's working towards winning a championship. To our fans, simply put, expect a winning team that you will be proud of." Use the proud word 3 weeks after I changed the name. Come on, Aaron. Always be proud, New York Jet fan. So it's press release, PR stuff. Looking forward to the press conference with Aaron Glenn. Hope he busts Rich Cimini a little bit about still being here and not retiring yet. Would you mismanage your money, Rich? Why are you still working? You were here when I got drafted. How the hell are you still here? That's what I would do. But you guys know I'm a ball buster. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Rich with his 5-month super chat. 6 months, forgive me. We are losing franchise and starving for wins. We can't afford to keep experimenting with first-time head coach anymore. We needed an experienced one head coach. Okay. I respect the take, Pat. But I'm going to push back a little bit and ask you a question. Who else would get you excited to have in as coach? Vrabel's gone. I think everyone had Vrabel at the top of their list. Vrabel went to the Patriots. The other 2 guys that I would have wanted, you guys know, Aaron Glenn was 3rd on my list. McCown and Brady were 1, 2. Either order, don't care. Wanted an offensive guy. But I'm excited and I'm happy that Aaron Glenn is the head coach. I'm more excited about Glenn after I saw the names that he's reaching out to and the experience that he's going with. Now, if it's Brian Flores and he would have brought in a rookie defensive coordinator, it's the same thing to me. Aaron Glenn knows how to lead people. If he gets Todd Haley and he gets Steve Wilks, he's got a former head coach on both sides of the ball to lean on. That's invaluable in my opinion. Pat, we didn't even interview McCarthy. Who has? I don't think McCarthy, and I've said this before, Pat, I don't know if you missed it, I'll say it again. McCarthy's been spoiled with quarterback play. He was in Green Bay and then Dallas. Why would McCarthy come take on the Jets when there's no answer at quarterback long term. Some guys want easy street. Some guys will sit out a year, wait for the job to open. That's good for them. And go with a quarterback that they want to link themselves with, especially an offensive play calling coach like McCarthy. Why would he want to go somewhere where quarterback has been a question since man walked on the moon in Hollywood on a studio? The great Matthias Simon says, I want an experienced head coach, but now I'm all in on Glenn. And I expect nothing else from you, Matthias. You're a longtime fan. You're a smart fan. We know we have our personal feelings and our personal opinions. But at the end of the day, when they make the job and they make the hire and they make the announcement, we got to roll with it. I think Aaron Glenn is a stand-up person. I think he's a hardworking guy. I think he's someone who started from the bottom. Now he's at the top. That shows a commitment. That shows a drive. That shows a determination. That shows a will and a desire that not a lot of people have. A lot of people take easy street now. They do the bare minimum at jobs. He was never satisfied. And I hope now that he's head coach, he stays that way, and he's still not satisfied. Jets 8:30. Good to see another minority coach. 4. The New York Jets lead the NFL in NFL history with hiring minority head coaches. This is our 4th. We've gone with Herm. We've gone with Todd Bowles. We've gone with Robert Saleh. And now we go Aaron Glenn. So you can't say that the Johnsons won't give opportunity to anybody. They give it to the best candidate. And rightfully so. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you to the 77 of you tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. You want to comment? You want to share your thoughts? You want to give your opinion on what the New York Jets did today? Hit the like button. We get to 50. We share the link. Memberships are open. Memberships are popping. We're at a new channel high. Super chats. You want to get your question on the air? You don't want to call in? That's fine. Maybe you're at home relaxing and you're like, you know what? I don't want to get all done up to go on air. This guy's handsome as hell. I don't want to be sitting next to him, and I'm not prepared for that. Super chat's a great way to support the channel. The like is the best way. Hit the like button. Get it out there. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, Mr. Worldwide. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Jets Worldwide. Snowball and Johnny do a great job over there. They have a lot of fun. It's always an entertaining watch, and I fully support it. So when you get a moment, make a note, a screenshot, whatever you got to do. Whatever's your cup of tea. And go subscribe to Jets Worldwide. Oh, wrong link. I was going to share the YouTube link in YouTube. Oh, never mind. Tom Ace has made an executive decision. 69 is the new benchmark for the call-in link. I don't want to upset Tom. 69 is the new benchmark. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are 75 of you here right now. We can easily hit that. That's what she said. Now, if I'm Aaron Glenn and I'm looking at this Jets roster, you saw what he had at Detroit. You saw a very bulked up defensive line. You saw an aggressive defensive line when fully healthy. I expect them to add a monster defensive tackle, if not 2, to help free Quinnen up and to help free up the edges. And as of today, right now, before we even get to free agency, I would expect the New York Jets to draft a defensive player. And my choice right now would be adding to the defensive line. Whether it be Mason, whether we are lucky enough to have a fall, or do you go with Mykel Williams from Georgia, who Mel Kiper mocked to us today? Or do you go Will Johnson, old school New York Jets? Do you go old school? You know, the last time Jets were in the AFC Championship, two very good cornerbacks, Aaron Glenn and Marcus Coleman, with Ray Mickens in the slot. Do you know the last time the Jets? I said that wrong. Anyway, do you know the last time the Jets were in the AFC Championship back-to-back years? You know what they had? Hold on. I know what's going on. Jeremy went live and switched it to HD. We should be back and good now. Sorry about that. I share StreamYard with Jets Chaos. That's why the background was changed earlier, and he changes his to 1080. My computer can't handle that. We had Revis and Cromartie. Maybe Aaron Glenn. Yeah, Jets Worldwide. It was at 1080. Chaos must have used it and changed it, but this computer can't handle that, so I move it down to 480, and we're good. I should be good now. Everyone say, blah, 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 blah. No, Clancy. He's the one that could tell me pause off. It's his account. I send him funds for it. Nate, if you've seen the amount of kids he had, he came in 2007. He came in 2008. He's come all the time. Anywhere. Doesn't matter the female. The link is shared. The link is there. You've cried for it. You've demanded it. Let's hear your Jets takes. Nick pays Jeremy for his StreamYard, and Bobby pays Nick for his StreamYard. I'm money laundering. Just cleaning the money, Clancy. I was taught well. Rob V and Dave Briga trained me. Sorry, I broke Dave Briga's rule. First rule of me teaching you is don't ever talk about me teaching you. My apologies, Mr. Briga. While we're waiting for the call-ins that all of you demanded and now aren't clicking the link, let's get a poll going. Let's do a draft poll. This is a defensive-only poll. Let's see what you guys think. Ladies and gentlemen, it's cold outside. That's not stopping this man from calling in. Welcome. They're very excitable. We never know what he's going to say. Is he going to be happy? Is he going to be mad? No, it's not Bobby. It's the other temperamental one. Welcome, Rob V. My man.
Yo, what's up, jerk off? What's going on, bro?
Jerk off?
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? You took away my wrench?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why? Where's my wrench at, bro?
I have no idea where your wrench is.
Wait till I see you. I'm gonna snuff you, bro.
Why don't you have a wrench anymore?
You took it away, you fuck.
I didn't take your wrench away.
Wait till February 1st.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna put you in the gutter just like you're gonna put the ball.
Yo, I can't
you
do
gonna
it
do?
no more. I
We're gonna
can't
put the
do it
fucking
anymore.
we're gonna put the
Can't
fucking
do it.
bumpers up for you.
Yo, I tried, bro. I couldn't hold it in.
I know.
Pause.
I had to leave the stream
Pause.
and not look at you.
Pause.
I closed this out and went back to YouTube. Your wrench is back.
I
Might be gone by the
couldn't
end
do
of
it
the night.
anymore.
Your wrench
Yeah,
is back,
everything
but
good?
it might be gone. JV, don't give him a wrench.
Yeah.
JV's
sorry,
like, oh
bro.
no, Rob cannot have power.
I
He's
tried
coming
as
at
long
me.
as possible. Pause.
Dude, I left StreamYard so I didn't have to look at you because you started to
I was
laugh.
hoping
and
that you
smile, and I turned
remembered.
away.
I was hoping you
I
remembered.
didn't at first.
You didn't, right? I knew it, you motherfucker, bro. Listen,
sorry.
I'm just calling in to say hello. People are like, "Where's Rob V?"
Give me your
was
thoughts,
in
man.
chat earlier. JV free, don't give him a wrench. This motherfucker. It was all a joke, people. Listen, just calling to say what's up. Salute. I wish you remembered. It would have been 10 times better. But love you.
You
I'll
were
be in the chat.
smirking right. I did freeze. I froze. I'm sorry, man. Last night was rough.
I can't believe it was fucking yesterday, bro. I'll be in the chat though.
Last night was a fucking stressful night. I'm sorry. I tried to block
It's all
last night
good.
completely.
It's all good.
See, Jets
Salute to
8:30.
everybody.
Jets 8:30 says, "Get me a screwdriver."
Oh God, dude. Listen, get ready for Jay Quest. He's about to take bowling over though.
All right. How do you feel about the coach, Rob?
Listen, would it be my first choice? I kind of wanted to go with an offensive mind. I really did, but
But now that we're here, what's
but
your
with
thought?
the pick of the litter, and now that we don't have to worry. Listen, this is where I really think we went wrong though.
Hold on
I
one
still
second.
think we're
Nate
doing
says he's
things
calling
ass
his mom.
backwards.
Hold on. Nate got a wrench. He says he's calling his mom. Nate, no worries. I already called her. She knows. Go ahead, Rob.
I still think we're doing things ass backwards in the Jet way. Why are we getting the coach first? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't give a fuck. Like, I remember I heard Jake said something like, oh, they were scared he was going to go to New Orleans. Listen, if he went to New Orleans and signed a deal there, then you know what? You weren't meant to be here. We got to stop doing things ass backwards around here. It's like insanity. You're going to get the same results. With that said, I wish the guy nothing but the best. I only care about us winning. That's all I care about, and I hope he's the guy. Give him a chance until, we'll find out in a couple of years if it's the right move or not.
Yeah, exactly. And every coaching move depends on one thing right now. Can you get a quarterback? Even those teams that have a quarterback, look at Baltimore. They're going to have a 3-time MVP. They can't sniff a Super Bowl. So
that's what I was talking about all day yesterday. It doesn't matter until we get a quarterback. Until you get a quarterback, it doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't.
Well, 8 wins, 9 wins, that's if everything else is perfect. But if you don't have a top quarterback, look at Washington. Jaden Daniels, and now they're on the precipice of the Super Bowl. They get to go into their rival and possibly defeat their division rival to go to the Super Bowl. One season into a coach and quarterback. So, who knows?
One season into the coach and quarterback. Good point.
This time last year, Washington was as miserable as us. They hadn't been to a conference championship since the 90s with Mark Rippon at quarterback.
Yep.
Now, they think they could be on the edge of a dynasty.
Seriously, bro. They might lose Kingsbury, but we'll see.
Who knows?
They're set for years to come, though.
Kingsbury might do what Ben Johnson did. Ben Johnson last year said the job's not finished. They tried, and now he went to the Bears.
And if he doesn't find a job he likes, he'll stay here. I just think we got to stop doing things backwards, bro. I think we should have just went GM first and then the coach. But listen, whatever.
I don't think they wanted their guy. They wanted Vrabel.
Yeah, they wanted their guy.
They tried last minute to get Vrabel. Everyone knows that when Vrabel was in New England, the Jets called. and the Jets said, "We'd like to make you an offer," and Vrabel said,
Yup.
"Nah, I got my home. I'm here." So
Yeah.
what do the Jets do? Jets go get their guy. They bring their guy home. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. These two are going to be tied together, their career paths from here on out. I know Vrabel's a second-time head coach, but did the Jets let a guy go that was in the building, or did the Patriots steal the guy that doesn't work out? And did it give us a blessing? We've given we let Belichick, we traded Belichick to them, and we hit Bledsoe to create Brady.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe Jets fans, this is the moment we get blessed.
Yeah, maybe
This
we'll
is
get
the
blessed
moment.
for once.
Maybe this is the moment, Rob, where they steal the guy, or we thought they did, and we land the guy who ends up being a legend.
What a way to look at it, huh? That
Could
was
it be
wonderful.
the moment? It's just my brain's beautiful mind.
I didn't think of that. Good, it's a good point though.
We've been dogged by the Patriots multiple times for over 2 decades. What if this is the moment the Patriots get dogged?
Yeah, exactly.
We stole him from you. You wanted him. What if you took the wrong guy, bro?
You know, but it's what you said, bro. It's until we get hit on the quarterback, it's probably not going to matter.
Yeah.
Even if we bring Rodgers back, what's that going to do for 1 year?
Still got to get a long-term answer. And
We need a
now,
long-term
in this day and
answer,
era in
right.
football, you cannot have a quarterback that doesn't run. Every team extends drives with mobile quarterbacks. We can't have a 42-year-old who can't run. You're not going to win with
You
that.
got to get out of the
Where we
pocket.
win
You
9
got to
games,
create
who gives a
plays.
shit? I want to win a Super Bowl. You can't win a
Yup.
Super Bowl without a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, I know. Look at all the quarterbacks that are still left. I mean, who's not really mobile? You know.
It's Daniels and Hurts, very mobile.
Exactly.
And it's Mahomes
And
Allen.
Allen and Mahomes.
It's 4 mobile quarterbacks. Jared Goff,
Fucking
pocket
nuts, man.
passer, gone. Baker Mayfield, gone.
Would you consider Aller a
Stafford,
mobile quarterback?
gone. Would I what?
Would you consider Aller a mobile quarterback? I think I'd put him in that category.
He's mobile.
I don't think he's Josh Allen, but
I know.
he
And
can
people
move.
are very quick to declare guys to be the next great player. Like they always want to do those comparisons, and I hate that. But I like the kid's skill set. I think it's smart to go back for another year. And
We're
I
in a
don't
tough
think
spot
he's
too, because I don't want to throw in the towel for next year, but
Mhm.
I also want a good draft pick next year.
I want to build a team. I want to build the complete team. I don't care if Tyrod Taylor's a quarterback. I'm the opposite of Jake.
Yeah.
Jake's like, I want to
Yeah.
end the playoff drought. I want to
Yeah.
build a long-term sustainable winner.
Because 2000,
I wanna-
get rid of the cap hit.
Hold on, you're turning into weed. Let me finish one answer, please. I don't want to say next year we have to make the playoffs. We got to end the drought. Listen, this new GM, this new head coach, don't give a shit about the last time we made the playoffs. They start today. Aaron Glenn starts today. The vision is forward. I don't give a fuck what happened in 2012. Wasn't here. Don't care about 2018. Wasn't here. This is what we're going to do to reach our goals. Our goals might not align with the goals of the fans, which is we got to end them right away. No, that's what the fans want.
I couldn't
Do we
agree more.
want
You
that
got
to
to
happen as
sustain
an
this.
organization? Sure. They want to succeed. But I don't think you're going to do that without a quarterback. I would fulfill the roster first. And in
Me too.
2026, I would go all in for either Manning or for Aller or for the kid from LSU.
Nussmeier.
Yeah, Gus Meyer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Me too. It's exactly. You got to build the defense. Our defense is decimated.
It is.
So we'll see.
It is.
I'll be in
Build
the
the
chat.
team.
Thanks for having me on, though, bro.
All right, bro. Thank you. And you've been wrenched up, my friend. Use it wisely.
You're the man. Look,
Don't throw it at anyone, okay?
Salute the
Just
chat.
click. Just don't throw it at anybody.
bro, I don't even do anything with it anyway. Pause.
You don't even know what to do with it. You don't use it, you lose it. Goodbye.
All right, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Weed the People. Oh, hold on, Weed. Hold on.
What?
Hold up. We got action. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh shit.
Mr. Rick Kent has just dropped 5 memberships to the channel, and they went to Stacksman's ADU LFH Motor, Mojo Jets, Mocalita 777, and Dave M. Awesome, Mr.
Hell
Kent.
yeah.
And now that you were here, there's only one thing to do. It's two things. Remove him. Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe? Rick Kent, that was for you. We do have some action popping off in the chat. Weed, I will bring you back in a minute as you were done licking and rolling that blunt. Oh, you took it down. I wanted to get you on as you were doing it. Jet it out with the super chat. I say take your lumps with Jordan Travis. If the year flops, you get your QB. Don't play with Rodgers. I don't want another eye roll and hand toss up. I respect it. It's going to be a split crowd over Rodgers. It already is. We're already arguing over it. I will say this, though. I don't think it's Jordan Travis. New coach, new GM. They draft their guy. Look what Joe Douglas did. Got rid of Darnold. Wanted to go with their guy. Drafted Zach. I'm not saying we're going to take a guy in the first round, but I think there could be a quarterback drafted this year. And Jordan Travis, who was not chosen by this regime, could be short man out. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig from Down Under going up top, gifting 5 memberships that went to C. Laws, the great Tom Ace, Jets 830, Bino, and Sean McAteer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Rick. And for Craig, I will give you this.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Boom, boom. We are 17 memberships away from re-adding the Dave Briga emoji so Clancy can stop his panic attack. Ladies and gentlemen, you know Clancy. You see Clancy. You love Clancy. We need to help him out in his mental state. We don't want him upset. And for anybody who's ever walked across an open field or perhaps some muddy terrain underneath a bridge, you don't want to upset Dave Briga because you don't want to end up in either one of those. So to get the Dave Briga emoji back, we are 17 memberships away. What's your thoughts, my good friend?
Well, my first thought is your goddamn intro to your show, the shine time. It has to go, dude. It gets stuck in my head every fucking day, dude. I'll be sitting there doing something. I just hear shine time, motherfucker, dude. I like Aaron Glenn. I'm just happy we fucking hired a coach. I'm just glad we hired somebody. At least that conversation is done. All rumors and whatever is done. So I'm happy with that. Flores,
I'm glad we weren't the last team to hire the coach.
I was worried that was going to be the
we didn't wait. You know,
yeah, I was worried.
Going on in Jacksonville right now. Jacksonville's interviewing coaches, and now they just fired their GM today.
They might be hiring Salah.
Somebody tweeted Salah and Joe Douglas reunion in Jacksonville. You already got a quarterback, so I mean,
true.
He doesn't.
You have a generational quarterback.
But if you can go build a roster when you don't have to draft a quarterback, watch. They can be successful there.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It can't be any worse than what was his name? The finger banger. Who was the Jaguars coach when they first drafted Trevor Lawrence? Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah, the finger banger.
All right. 94 days until Dave. 94 days until meeting Dave Briga in Vegas for Craig. Awesome.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
That's almost worth a trip just to meet Briga.
Love bites. Early lead for comment of the night. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Nick. You need to knock it off, Nick. Okay, I understand you think this is your show, but it's clearly the Weed Show. What's up, people? How you guys doing? Let's talk about the Jets. Aaron Glenn, hell yeah, let's go. Even Jay is with it now. Jay thinks Rodgers is going to throw 40 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Look at Nick over here. Look at that face. That's the face of a winner. That's the face of a champion. Look at that championship face right there. Let's do it, boys. Let's go. We're going to make it. 20-0.
That was the face I made when they told me I was losing the toe.
I wish I could see your face.
I wish there was a camera on me when they told me. Hey,
I wish I could have seen that.
Screamed at this doctor like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Craig, I've been working on the biceps, Craig. I've been working on the biceps. They're not where I want to be yet, but I'm working on
Oh, wow, look at that. You got a little bit of shape and definition in there. I see it.
I do. It's starting.
I can see it. You can see it right there.
It's starting to get there. I'm starting to see a little progress, considering
Starting
that
to
I
get-
had an atrophy from not doing anything for a year.
I might actually start fucking stop talking shit to you, man. You're getting a little too jacked for me.
I'm trying. Snowball. I'll tell you where it is. As you can see, it is bright white here. But this side, I'm always touching it. It's a little faded. I've washed it, but now I'll just wear it forwards. It's brighter. It's whiter. I like it.
That's actually pretty fun. It's been turned back so much.
JV, I'm going to tell the story quickly before Nate attacks me for telling the story again. Had knee surgery, ACL, 4 weeks in, fell down the stairs, bruised the toe. Hospital misdiagnosed it. They gave me the wrong antibiotics. It was supposed to be IV antibiotics for what I had, osteomyelitis. It's a joint eating infection that sits dormant in diabetics. Took the oral antibiotics for 10 days. The toe was pretty much the color of the around the J in your actually here. It's the color. It was dark purple. It was dying off. And to the hospital, they took x-rays and they said, we have to remove the toe. And June 30th, 2023. And here we are now, the 9-toe wonder. So
are you
welcome.
Are you able to sue him at all because he gave you the wrong shit?
I will talk about that in the Discord.
Fair enough. Huh.
Oh, look at that, Rick. Look at Rick. Oh. Yeah, JV. You know what? I am too. But I will say this. It's been a hell of a conversation starter.
Yeah, you got a lot of great fucking jokes out of it for sure.
Great material. I don't know if I had a channel successful if I had 10 toes. Who has a good show with 10 toes?
I know, right? Dude, my favorite one was, I forget what fucking game it was, but the receiver caught it and he was out of bounds, but everyone was like, if it was Nick, he would have been inbounds because he doesn't have the toe. I forget what game it was.
NC Vince has a question for you. Why don't you call into Jake's show anymore? We miss you.
So I don't feel like sitting backstage for 6 hours.
Lucky Biden is gone. We should try and snatch them guns from Nick. You guys are kind. Yeah, it's the pizza rolls. Those guns are illegal in New Jersey. Nick likes to hide weapons of mass destruction. Awesome. You guys are bad.
Trump's trying to sign a deal with you. Trump's trying to sign a deal with you for disarmament because of them fucking guns you got there.
Yeah, it's true. So, all right, sir. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Man.
You have a phenomenal night. I will see you in DP later on if you're in there.
Yes, sir. I will
hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like.
This guy. He's
And while
like
you're
an
that-
angry little garden gnome. If he gets upset, he's gonna run at you and just like you're the
You don't
perfect
want
Dan
that.
Campbell guy. Like I'm gonna bite your knee. Well,
You don't want that.
fight.
Bite marks on your ankles are more painful than anything else. So watch yourselves. Into life while
You've never had a giant hole in your foot where your toe used to be with the nerves exposed. There's some different levels of pain, brother.
That is true. You're right. I did have a joke for that, but out of respect, I'm going to go ahead.
True.
Yeah, not.
You have a giant hole. It's not just where your foot is. Goodbye.
It's where my heart used to be.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Weed the People. He is one of a kind, but he's ours. Oh, man. Let's see. What do we got? What are you guys talking about? Call-in link is dropped. Should be pinned. I believe so, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's our little weed. You know what he is? He's a weed in the ground that got sprayed with like Roundup, but only half of it got sprayed with Roundup. So half of it is yellow and dead, and the other side is like green and full of life. Oh, Snowball. Why, yes. New. It's so smooth and buttery. Oh, yeah. You like that? Yeah, you like that? Oh, look at that shit. Look at that. And no, Everyman Jack and Roundup are not sponsors of the show yet. I did. I had to do a little bit, Rick. I had to take a little bit off here because it was curling. It was curling and I couldn't get it to stay straight. I have very thin beard hair. It's not very thick at all. It's not like coarse. So it's very like the wind blows it, and I trimmed it up a little bit just to, you could tell I trimmed it because over here is a little bit longer than this side, but I didn't do it enough to fuck it up to get rid of it. There are times where if I've trimmed it and I don't like it, it's gone immediately. Start over. But I have to keep it now. It's one of the 17 emojis. Every picture of me with the beard, as Clancy so angrily pointed out before. $25. I think you're better off just changing to a woman and not trying to grow a beard ever again. Or Clancy's advice. Either one. Yeah, constantly straight shave. Don't buzz. Constantly straight shave. The more you shave, that hair that you're shaving, the little light colored hairs, will grow in darker and thicker. And then maybe one day, 20 years from now, you'll be sitting here with a beautiful beard. And no one will give a shit about the coach that the Jets just hired because they'll be discussing your beard. Here's a question from Zach. Zach, thank you for watching. When do you think we sign our GM? When do you think we learn Glenn's staff? Well, I believe that Glenn's staff is already being reached out to. Now, don't forget, there's two parts to this. Glenn has to offer people the position. They have to accept. And then they have to work out contracts with the Jets. So there's a little bit more moving parts with putting your staff together. But I think we should have a lot of action and a lot of answers by this weekend. I think by Saturday at noon would be Monday night. I did a show and said by Wednesday, Shine Time, I think we have our head coach locked up. We did. I'm telling you now, I think by today's Wednesday night, Saturday afternoon, 12 o'clock, I think we're going to know the coordinators. I think we'll probably have our general manager in place by then. I think now that Aaron Glenn's in place, a lot of pieces are going to fall in line very quickly. Glenn seems to have a plan. He seems to have a point of attack, and he seems to be knocking down his goals quickly. He's reached out to a lot of people. He was making those calls on Tuesday night. Left the facility. Told you guys here last night. It's probably just a matter of the agent working out the deal. And then by 1 o'clock this afternoon, the deal's done. So trust your boy. I think we have coordinators quickly. I think tomorrow by this time we have coordinators announced. There's a San Francisco beat writer who's already reporting that Steve Wilks is a deal with the Jets, but that hasn't been released anywhere else. So that might be like a projection site who just thinks that that's the thing so they can say we got ahead of it. But I don't think they know anything. $25, is this true? Yeah, Rick, I mentioned it before. Former head coach, aggressive scheme, got fired from the 49ers because of a difference of scheme and approach. He wanted to be more aggressive and blitz, and that's not the 49ers mantra. They're more of the Robert Saleh scheme. So if you combine what Aaron Glenn has done in Detroit with Wilks and being that aggressive blitzing, I like what our defense could be. Go get me a big monster. Go get me a guy in the 3rd round or 2nd round, this kid from Ohio State, Oregon, Kentucky, and go put that huge, massive 6'5", 330-pound guy next to Quinnen. Free Quinnen up. Hashtag free Quinnen. You got Jermaine Johnson coming back, Will McDonald. Maybe Jets just go nuts. Maybe Jets just go nuts and take an edge, and then in round 2, take a D tackle and just say, you know what, we're going to build the best defensive line in football. Do you go Will Johnson in round 1 and then take a D tackle in round 2? What do you do? Wildwave, she blocked me last year on Twitter because she said, as I reported yesterday, such and such, and I said, oh, I said this on my show like 2 months ago. She blocked me for that. Blocked me immediately. So we got a good story going on in the chat. Adirondack Fly Guy. Connor, you shaving yet? Connor coming in very soon. Connor, as a viewer of your channel, I would have to say that we need content of your first shave. Is it going to be going to the barber and getting a straight shave, a hot towel shave done there? I think we could do I would love to do play-by-play of it. I'll bring out the 1920s announcer voice for the monumental occasion. Rob, I'm not that old. Rob, if you're going to talk shit about me, can you not do it in my chat? Thank you. But Connor, here's my vision for you, buddy. I'm the idea guy. You go in like it's the 1920s. You get a nice pinstripe suit, little hat, hang up the hat and jacket, 3-piece suit, nice vest underneath. And you go, I'm here for a straight shave, sir. And the barber turns around. Because Tigo, if you watch the show with Aaron Glenn and potentially Steve Wilks, we were talking about defensive players only. Nothing against Hat. It was defensive themed poll. And ladies and gentlemen, as I expected, Carter runs away with it. I don't think Carter will be there at 7. Graham second with 33. Johnson at 12. And Williams from University of Georgia at 10. So for those of you wondering why Tigo doesn't have a membership, the amount of memberships we have on this channel, we are 17 away from adding the Dave Briga emoji back. And as our good friend Hawk would say, hashtag keep Tigo gray. I'm sorry, Rick. It was there long enough, Rick. You had enough time. Interesting tweet from the Titans today. Very interesting tweet from the Titans or their general manager. I don't know if it was a tweet, but comment that, oh, hold on. We got more action and more importantly, all 5 connected. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent has moved us 12 memberships away from the Dave Briga emoji returning tonight. They went to Zachary Berner, Patty Grimes, our resident Detroit Lion fan, Paul K, MC Mays, and Nathan Shells. Mr. Kent, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. You are the man. And of course, you get this. Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe? Now, JV Free, you understand the video with Have You Seen My Toe? Ladies and gentlemen, I gifted one, and it went to Dave Briga. Dave Briga, welcome. We are now 11 memberships away from adding the Dave Briga emoji. We are close, folks. We are very, very close. I love that. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to speak it. BC, you're a legend. Speaking of legends, I'll give you a moment. I know you like to talk. I'm watching you. I could have put you on air because I saw it coming. Are you good? You breathing okay? Ladies and gentlemen, he sipped water too quickly, and it either spilled out or he choked on it.
I was just choking on the water. The water tried to kill me or something. I'm not sure.
I didn't take you for a choker.
There's things you don't know about me, Nick. There's things.
You are a black hole of information. Every time I think we've hit the bottom, there's more.
There's more. You want to stay out of my closets. I promise you. Don't stay out of my closets and we will have no problems.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, on the bottom of StreamYard, before the ad, there's like a waiting room. You could see the people waiting. And this is what I saw. He clicked in, swigged, went, and I didn't know if he was choking or if it spilled all down, but it was quite entertaining, and I'm glad I got to see it.
He's not exaggerating. My bottled water did try to kill me. It tried to. It's exactly what happened.
I know I'm an embellisher, but I'm telling you, what I just did is exactly what happened. So, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about Aaron Glenn? From where your expectations were when we knew we fired Saleh and we knew we'd have to get a head coach to where we are now. Tell me your thoughts on the whole process and if you're happy or not.
I'm trying to sell myself on it. I'm happier now than I was when they announced it, and I was 24 hours ago when it looked like a formality.
Okay.
I wanted a veteran. I wanted Flores. I wanted Vrabel. I wanted Gruden. I wanted McCarthy. I wanted a veteran who had won in the league before, who could just get the ship sailing on the right direction. Just stop this thing from sinking, right?
Okay.
We didn't get a veteran. We got a DC. It seemed like, veteran, offensive-minded, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. It seemed like we went straight to the bottom. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect Glenn.
You call Glenn the bottom, though? Glenn was coveted by multiple teams, right?
But I'm saying of the 3 tiers, I wanted a veteran head coach.
Like if we went Rex Ryan, that would be the bottom. No one else wanted him.
I don't mean that Glenn is. I said that right. I don't mean that Glenn is the bottom tier. I mean defensive coordinator was like the last thing I wanted. I wanted a veteran head coach. I wanted offensive coordinator, and bottom was defensive coordinator. I
So
wanted
not
an
a
offense-
bottom tier option, just the bottom of your wish list.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. That's a big difference in verbiage.
Yeah, I
Hold on
phrased
one
that
second.
really, really poorly. I did.
JV Free with a super chat. Thank you, JV. This is for your artificial toe fund. Let's get you back to a full set of toes. Thank you, JV. Now you can now be in on the jokes, and now you get it when watching the channel. I appreciate it, and thank you for the super chat. So,
Glenn was a very good player. You're old enough to remember Glenn. Glenn was a great player. He wasn't better than Revis. I don't know what that guy Gary was on this morning, but Revis was a great player. Glenn was a great player. 5'9". You didn't hear the call this morning that called in Jake's show and said he was better than Revis? You didn't hear this?
Was it
a guy called in named Gary, not me, a different Gary, called in and said that, and he defended it tooth and nail. Like Jake was bringing
he's
in.
saying Glenn. Glenn is the guy.
He was saying Glenn was better
Glenn
than Revis.
is the guy. I got you, Aaron. Glenn is the guy. Got you.
Anyway,
listen, Aaron Glenn, very good player.
Very good.
Aaron Glenn. No.
Let me make an argument for him. It
Or
wasn't my
wait,
first.
You're going to make the argument to be better than Revis?
Oh no! I think as a coach, I think okay. I said Revis is the cornerback as Lawrence Taylor is the linebacker. Like, there's no better. And I don't even think there's a close second. Like, peak Revis 08, 09, 010, 11 was so far and away better than every other cornerback I'd ever seen. It's not even close. Yeah, ever. He's the Lawrence Taylor of the cornerback position. I really believe that. Yeah. But as a coach, he's obviously done a good job as DC. He's obviously a very smart guy. You listen to him talk. He gives all the right answers. He comes off as succinct and bright. He's played. I gave this list on Jake's show this morning, starting with college. R.C. Slocum, Pete Carroll, Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick, Jack Del Rio, Capers, Peyton, Ted Cottrell, Mike Zimmer, Vic Fangio. I mean, the knowledge he's absorbed as a player, right? He's got this. I said the same thing about J.J.
And all
Redick.
the different ideologies, the different approaches, the schematics, tweaks that a guy who started as a scout and now has gone all the way up to head coach
in a short time, right? Like, it's impressive.
All of those guys, you take their best traits. Right? I said it with Josh McCown last week. If you take McCown as a coach, and even if it was just offensive coordinator, you take all the things from all the locker rooms and all the quarterbacks and all the offensive minds and the quarterback coach, you take all the good from them and put them all together, you can be a hell of a coach, right?
Right, and that's
Glenn is the same thing.
That's my argument for Glenn. Is he's a smart guy, he's a sponge, he's obviously going to absorb what's around him, and he's had some of the great. I made the comparison to JJ Redick. Like, JJ Redick became a coach so quick, but how did he do it? Right, Coach K, Stan Van Gundy, Doc Rivers, Rick Carlisle. He played for all these amazing coaches. It just take a little bit from them. You're a smart guy, absorb it, and then implement it. I'm hoping that's what Aaron Glenn can do. He just took a little bit from Carroll, Parcells, Belichick, Del Rio, Peyton, everything. Just take a little bit from all those guys, and here he is. So it was not who I would have picked. I wanted Flores for Vrabel, but I think this has a better chance of working than I gave it credit for a day ago.
Okay. It all comes down to this. You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. And you can look at Washington, who last year was in dire straits, looking for a head coach, looking for a quarterback, and now they're on the verge of the Super Bowl. They're on the verge of eliminating their division rival in their building and winning 3 straight road games to go to the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. So, as bad as it
ever
is
been done
right
before?
now,
Has that ever 3 straight road games with a rookie quarterback? That can't have ever been done before.
Quarterback?
Yeah,
no.
That's what it has to be. Sanchez almost did it.
Sanchez did it. 2 wins as a rookie. Flacco? Did Flacco win 2?
Probably. I mean,
I forget if I know Flacco won on the road as a rookie. I forget if he won 2. And I know Russell Wilson won on the road as a rookie, but I don't know if they won 2 and got to the championship. But don't forget now, there's an extra game, right? Like a lot of times they only back with the 6. No, you win 2 games, you get there. All right, we didn't win the 3rd game. We didn't get to the Super Bowl. So Flacco is on that list.
Flacco won 2. He lost to the Steelers in the championship game. But this is an impressive feat what Daniels is doing.
It's incredible.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's just the beginning. This is not going to be like a Jet Sanchez thing. This guy he's the real deal. I've said it.
My only concern is I said when they drafted him, his size really concerns me. He's built like a basketball player. He's built like a shooting guard. He's 6'3", 180 pounds. I've never seen a quarterback built that way that lasted. It's the only concern to me is his size.
True. You know, even the big guys get hurt. Big Ben was always dinged up in his career, right?
Andrew Luck,
even
those
the
guys,
bigger guys.
Yeah, those guys got hurt.
Nate, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I use you guys as the internet and like to involve the chat with the show and allow the chat to answer some questions, to engage. Suck it.
Yeah, it's more entertaining when you engage the audience. Like we could just be the Peter Gavin show and list off a bunch of stats, but that's not entertainment.
Yeah, what do you sit here? Nate, what do you want? You want to sit here and watch me read Wikipedia to you?
It's like when you go through a sales pitch, you ask the buyer questions to keep them engaged in the conversation. You don't just list all the buying points of the car or whatever you're selling. Engage. You do a great job,
Steve Wilks. Thank you. What's your thoughts on Steve Wilks, former head coach, going to possibly be the defensive coordinator? I'm liking it.
I like Steve Wilks as the DC, and I like Thomas Brown as the OC. I know that's a name that is kind of sneaking up on people. Thomas Brown.
He was the Bears interim head coach, right? He's on the list of people Aaron Glenn's contacted.
I really like. Caleb looks so bad. He looked so lost until they switched. And the week that he went in, that they made Thomas Brown the OC, was the week that Caleb started producing again. He went about over a month without a touchdown, 5 games without a touchdown, running or passing. And then they made the switch. Thomas Brown was the OC for about 2 weeks, and Caleb became alive again. And then they made him the interim head coach for the remainder of the season. So the OC and Eberflus were fired within a couple of weeks of each other. And he went from quarterback coach to OC to head coach in a matter of a couple of weeks. But the change, like my wife's a big Bears fan. So after the Jets fell at 2-5 on Sunday night against the Steelers, I was like, all right, well, my season's over. So I'm just going to watch the Bears with my wife every week and root for the Bears. And they were 4-2 at that point. And then they lost 11 games in a row, 10 games in a row, whatever it was. That's what happens when I root for your team. They lose all their games.
I heard that you're rooting for the Eagles this weekend. Is that true?
Should I root for the Eagles?
Root for the Eagles.
I'm going to tell a true story.
Those people be happy. Nobody wants to see those people be happy. They don't deserve it. They'll ruin whatever's left of that horrible city. I think it'd be more fun to watch Washington. Politics aside, it's great to see Washington on the rise.
I want to. In 2006, when the Mavericks
on the come up.
In 2006, when the Heat won the championship with Wade, when they beat the Mavericks, Mavericks were up 2-0, and game 3 they were up like 10 points. I called my friends back in Texas. I said, I'm officially a Mavs fan. I'm rooting for the Mavs just to spite them. And you know what happened after that? They lost the next 4 games. That's what happens when I root for your team. So you want me to root for the Eagles? I will gladly root for the Eagles. And with 100% certainty, they'll lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Josh Allen Avatal rooting for the Bills this week to jinx them. And now we have Gary rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles. You want a good money line bet? Take the Chiefs and the Redskins to make the Super Bowl. I know what you're going to say. Redskins aren't a thing, old man. Shut up, Nate.
They're still the Redskins to me, and they're still the San Diego Chargers. I can't. I can call them the Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers. I still see that, and I think the Clippers, LAC, San Diego Chargers. Always San Diego Chargers. I can't. Yeah, I'm never going to change that.
I've called them that as well.
San Diego. LA Chargers don't even sound right. That's not even LA Chargers. I don't. No good. San Diego Chargers. That's forever. Like when I was a kid, my dad used to call the Utah Jazz the New Orleans Jazz, and I was like, Dad, they haven't played in New Orleans since like the 70s. Now I'm my dad. See, now I'm still calling them the San Diego Chargers. I become my dad. My dad's like, the Knicks are playing New Orleans. Like, what? You're playing Utah. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I don't. I'm not going to deny. I kind of do the same thing.
Yeah,
I do. I've called on this show Oakland Raiders dozens of times.
Oakland. There you go.
And people, what's in Oakland, Nick? What's in Oakland?
Yeah.
That's how they sound. That's how I hear the voices of some people in the chat.
And they're all under the age of 30. They're like, what's the Oakland Raiders? You know damn well what the Oakland Raiders are.
Yeah, why don't you call them that? They're in Las Vegas, eh?
That's a good 50s voice. That's good.
Oh, yes. Did you see this? The mayor of Philadelphia got up and she's like, let's just EGELES. Eagles, go Birds! She fucked up the whole spelling of Eagles.
It's not good when that's your team and they're one game away from the Super Bowl.
You're the mayor of the city and you can't spell the word.
And I gotta Nick Farias on Jake's show today said that Hurts is closing in on his second Super Bowl.
Who is?
Did I miss? Jalen Hurts is closing in on his second Super Bowl.
I would say appearance, his second appearance, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He's closing in on going to a second Super Bowl, but he hasn't won one. Nick Foles won the first one, the only one.
Yeah. I was like, did I miss something? Is there a year that just escaped from my memory? Okay. Like, Jalen Hurts never won a Super Bowl. He lost the Super Bowl.
I like when Nate trolls other Knicks. I'm a fan when Nate goes, ooh, new Nick to toy with, and then goes towards somebody else in a different direction. Jay, I'm trying my best here, pal. I would appreciate a little more patience. I'm trying. Thank you.
Oh, I meant to tell you too. This is the first time I'm calling in on the new rebrand, so it looks great. Show looks good. Everything looks good.
Thank you.
That's a really good looking guy you have there in the upper left hand corner there, hand corner. Yeah, good looking guy.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, South End Auto Detailing is here. Welcome, South End. Let's see. Let's check. We are 11 memberships away from adding the Dave Briga emoji. We are 11 away. Let's see if we can hit it tonight. That's what she said. Because if tomorrow strikes, we have a bunch of them expiring. And then the number resets, falls off a little bit. So if we want to get there tonight and you want to add another emoji, there's one way to do it.
11 memberships. Rick Kent, we're looking at you. You wanna donate those? You do 10, I'll do the last one. I got you.
Well, I'm gonna do one now. I'm gonna do one to make it 10, make it a nice, easy round number.
Easy number for Rick Kent to come through and deliver.
Oh, Rick Kent's been very generous already today. I'm just happy that they're all working. And it went to the one, the only, the merch store diva herself, who will be working on the Nick Shine Show store to be launched March 1st, Miss Carly Fleischer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 memberships away from the Dave Briga emoji returning. And I am going to have to go deep into my phone. No, Chime Bank, it is not fraud. It is me being generous to the chat on my own show, damn it. Got a fraud alert from Chime Bank.
She's easy on the peepers, too.
I'm easy on the peepers.
You are easy on the peepers.
Don't do that. I yell at Bobby for doing that. Don't do that.
All right. Fair enough.
We will not sexualize any of the ladies on
I,
our
didn't, I
show.
said
That's
easy
a
on the
Bobby
people.
show
That's
thing.
all I said was easy
That's
on
a
the
Bobby
people.
show thing. Oh, how's Ace?
How does he get so close to the computer? Though? That's what I don't understand. How does Bobby get his face so close to the camera?
All right, Aaron Jones with the handoff up the middle. The segues that he did after that comment is absolutely remarkable. Oh, here we go. We got a super chat question for you, Gar. What's your pro boxing record?
16-6 with 1 no contest.
What's no
contest is a fight that ends by an accidental foul before the end of the 4th round. So if there's a foul, an accidental
Did you
foul.
commit it or did the opponent?
No, the opponent committed it. But if there's like a headbutt, let's say, and the headbutt opens up a cut, and they got to stop the fight for the cut.
Okay.
After 4 rounds, they go to the scorecards. Before 4 rounds, it's ruled a no contest.
Okay. Any truth to the rumor that Nate, who Googles his answers, you kicked him in the nuts?
No, see, that wouldn't be an accidental foul. That would be an intentional foul. You'd be disqualified.
Okay.
Unless the ref ruled it and he accidentally kicked him in the nuts. I guess that could happen. I've never seen that before.
Peter's saying, for what it is, you got to respect that record.
I tried my best, man.
What weight did you box at?
154 pounds. Most of my fights 154, junior middleweight.
How tall are you? You're like 6 foot?
5'11", yeah.
Okay.
If weight is 154 pounds, I'll fight it. I don't care. Put it on a scale. If it's 154, I'll fight. I'll fight a farm animal if it weighs 154 pounds. Not anymore, though. I don't weigh 154 pounds anymore.
Nice. Hold on 1 second. Reply. Gary versus Cal. Gary, we, the people, I asked the hard-hitting questions here on the show. Would you fight a bear?
If it weighs 154 pounds, let's do it.
Oh, so you're going to just fight a kid bear? You're a child beater?
If you can find a bear that weighs 150, fighting is done at a weight class. If you don't make weight, you're not a fighter. Fighters make a weight. The bear can make 154. Let's do it.
Yeah, you just want to beat up. You just want to beat up a baby bear, dude. Don't fight the baby bear because the mama bear will come out of nowhere, bro.
I can't see that going well for me. Fighting a bear, that probably can't go well for me. But I can't sing or dance, so just to put on a show, just to entertain, I'll fight the bear. I said I'll fight the bear.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Nate when he's trolling other people. I want to pee on Nate's bike outside of his apartment when he's trolling me. Shout out to Nate, who sent me an update today for all of you worrying about Bikegate in New York City and the chili powder around the bike. It looks as if it survived the snow and somebody went and poured water on it, but that just made it spread and get wider and protect the bike even better. So Nate looks like he's winning the battle of P-Gate. And now the chili powder is frozen into the ice, thus living forever. It's kind of like Superman with Gene Hackman when he's frozen in the thing. That's the chili powder right now, just like rotating through space forever. That's the chili powder outside Nate's house.
If you ever spend time with Nate, he is such a smart person. Like, he is super bright. Like really, 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 like, I'm sure he has a genius IQ. And like, this is what he uses his superpower for.
Tiff commented on one of my previous shows. That's what I was replying to. I'm like, I'm live right now. Get in there and I'll explain it to you. So Tiff, there seemed to be like a 2-month streak this summer of whenever I was doing a show, I was doing laundry. And Gator, who made this great picture and image for me, threw the washing machine in because it's become like a running gag on the show that whenever I'm here, I'm doing laundry. If I have to get up and pee, everyone says, oh, he's got to put his clothes in the dryer or whatever. So it's just a part of the show. The washer machine has no significance other than to troll me. And thank you for watching. For all of
I want to address something because you said to get up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
the 84 of you here right now, I thank you for joining me. It's a big night in Jets world. We get our new head coach. If you haven't already, hit the like stream. Great way to support the channel. Great way to support me and get it out into the algorithm. Super chats, get your question, comment, complaint, critique, anything online immediately. 10 memberships away from adding the Dave Briga emoji, the return of the Dave Briga emoji. We are close. We are close. Let's see if we can get it. And let's see if we can keep Tigo in the gray. Yes, Tiff, you are now in the circle. Not the circle in the front of the washing machine, but you now are in the know.
The inner
Thank you
circle.
for watching. Yeah.
I wanted to address something.
Go ahead.
And I think
come on.
Yeah, we talked about this in the chat. I forgot who it was, but Jake does these 4-hour streams, and he never gets up to take a leak. I go like 3 or 4 times during every one of his shows. Either he's got a bottle down there or some kind of irrigation system, or there's something freakish about Jake. Because I don't understand how you do a 4-hour stream. He's got to be drinking water, right? Because he's talking so your mouth gets dry. He's got to be drinking water. How do you do a 4-hour stream and not even get up one time to go to the bathroom? I get up almost every hour to go to the bathroom. I don't follow this. There's something going on here.
A lot of times, Jake will play a video and maybe not announce that he's going when he plays like the Aaron Glenn video or something. He's a pro, so he knows to play a video and dip off. Me, I'm an open book, so I'll just be like, I have to pee, and then get up and go.
I gotta take a leak. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you
thank you for calling. And
appreciate you.
Thank you
Great
for being a
showing,
member of the channel. I appreciate you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Talk soon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome in Southend. How you feeling today, buddy?
Yo, what's up, Nick? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. What's your thoughts on Aaron Glenn?
I've honestly been I've been all over today. I haven't even got to watch much news about it. I don't know. Depends on his staff. I kind of wanted experience again, but first time DC, so we'll see. I mean, he needs a good OC, obviously. And what are we gonna switch? We're gonna switch the defense up. What do we run? 3-4 now? Or we go 4-3 or opposite or what?
Well, they've run 4. Steve Wilkes run 4. I think you're just going to see different variations of it. I think you're going to see blitzing. I think you're going to see more man. I think you're going to see more blitzing. I think you're going to see more aggressiveness.
Disguising, hopefully.
Earlier in the show. Does it mean now, how do you build this? Do you go get a big fatty on the defensive line and free agency?
Who's out there even? I don't even know who tackles.
There's always big bodies around. But my personal flavor, I want a good defense.
And
I would attack the defense this year, and then 2026, I'll go all in with offense.
You think Glenn wants
finish the line this year? Get me one lineman, get me a right tackle, finish the line, or get me a massive right guard and move ABT back out to right tackle because I want a mauler on the inside, and ABT is not that.
Like Becton, fucking piece of shit.
You know what though? And
he still looks like a dog.
Tigo knows. Tigo's coming up next, and Tigo knows that I said, why don't we just put Becton at guard? I want to see him in a phone booth. I don't want him out in space. And we had discussions about that long before he was in Philly.
Yeah.
So I had an idea that he would be successful.
Yeah, we catered our guys, Salah and them, because did Salah play? I think he just wished he played so bad that he wanted to be cool with everyone. Like, yeah, bro, I did this. No, you never did this, bro. I don't think Salah played, but that's what it felt like to me. He wanted to be one of the guys so bad,
Could be.
So, yeah. GM, what do you think?
I don't know. It's a little weird that they had Newmark in the building, and then he's out of the building, and now they're doing
Right.
second interviews with other players. Did him and Glenn not mesh? Did Glenn say, I'd like to get these guys in here for interviews? And we know the Johnsons are people pleasers. They'll want to cater to Glenn. Now that Glenn's their
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
they'll want to cater to him.
Oh yeah. They're gonna put his jersey up in the rafters.
Well, Jake brought something up today that I was able to catch. Real busy day. I wasn't in there as much as I'd like to with all that he was on, but
I didn't
heard
see
that,
anything.
when
It's
he
the
was
first
in
thing I'm
Houston,
catching. Mhm.
when DeMarco Ryans was
Nico?
introduced, DeMeco Ryans was announced as the head coach. They brought something out with his jersey. Instead of his name on the back, it said coach or something like that. So they
Yeah.
did a little fun thing. I expect the Jets social media team to have fun with this and do some cool thing with it.
Yeah. We're great at that. You know, we kill the
Yeah.
social media. You know, One
Yeah.
Jets Drive, HBO, fucking Hard Knocks. Oh man, I just want to win, bro. I'm tired of being a laughing stock. I can't even wear my Jets. My girl won't let me wear my Jets shit because she knows someone's gonna talk shit, and I'm not gonna stand for it. So it's like when we're losing, you're really gonna wear your jersey? Yeah, I'm never gonna. Rodgers might never play again. Oh, someone talk shit. Then I'm gonna tell him to shut the. You know, I
How
don't know.
long you been with her?
I've been with her 2 years. I mean, she's dope. You know, I don't blame her for that. She wears Gary Wilson. You know, she watches, but she just if we're going out to date night on a Friday, the Jets aren't even playing. She might not want me to wear it if we suck because someone's gonna say something to me, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, when's the last time you've been in the playoffs? Who's your coach? Who's your GM? Who's all right? Yeah, shut the fuck up." And then we're gonna go back to dinner, and you know. So
See,
that's all.
I can't stand Nate, but Nate and I are completely aligned. Wear
What's
Jet
he
shit
saying?
every day solely to talk shit with people.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard when we're not winning and we're a circus, though. What are we supposed to talk? I mean, I beat some dude in
You know
Madden.
my
and we
line?
did-
Here's my
What?
line. If
What's that?
someone's really ribbing me, this is like my get out of the conversation comment. I tell them, listen, I'm stuck with them. At this point of life, I just can't afford the new wardrobe. This is what I get for Father's Day, birthdays, Christmas. I'm stuck with them. That's it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I ask them who they root for, and then we start. Oh, I'm pretty sure the Jets beat the Eagles with Zach Wilson. Oh, that's funny. Eagles, yeah. That's and then we start getting into that, and
Tiff with a comment. Thank you, Tiff. If you were a true fan, you wouldn't let your girl tell you that you can't wear your Jets up. Well, Tiff,
true fan.
you sound like the perfect girl, and I hope you're available. Oh, no. Next comment. Husband wears his no matter what. All right, Tiff. Way to ruin that. Thanks. Don't mention the husband within 3
I mean,
comments.
I wear a
and
game day. Yeah, I'm gonna wear every game day, but it's way better to wear it on a victory Monday than a losing Monday. I mean, if it's a victory Monday, I'm gonna wear everything. If it's a losing Monday, I might throw on the winter hat. You know, because
in
it's
high
like
school, I was a senior in
that's rough.
1996.
Yeah,
My junior year and senior year in high school, we went 3-13 and 1-15, and
Yeah.
I wore my Keyshawn Johnson jersey every Monday of senior year, and I just built that mindset at a young age of that win or lose.
what was he, a rookie that year?
He was.
Well, that's kind of like us hanging our hats on rookie offensive and defensive player of the year. You know, Sauce and Garrett. Oh, we suck, but we got offensive defensive rookie of the year. Who you got? Well, that's over now. You know.
And
I'm a diehard, bro.
so I'm going to give you a little relationship advice. Tell your girl, listen, I'm loyal, and I will support who I love,
Yeah.
even if they're not at their best.
Mm-hmm. I think I make her sound bad in that light.
Hidden entendre there. You don't say it, but you imply it.
Yeah. No, I'm giving her a bad rap. I mean, put it this way: I had oats overnight this morning, meal prep breakfast, meal prep lunch, and dinner homemade. So it's like you can't have it all, you know.
I hear you. I hear you.
But
all right,
yeah,
man. Thank you for calling
definitely,
in,
bro.
I
Nice time,
appreciate
bro.
you.
Keep doing your thing.
Have a good night, bro. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tigo time. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you today?
How you doing? I saved you for the end because I know when you and me get together, we're going to talk a whole bunch.
Yeah, man. I was just hanging out. I was doing a bunch of like different stuff, and I was like, "Oh, Nick's live. Let's hop in."
Hell yeah, man. Thank
How you
for
doing,
joining
man?
me.
How you feeling about everything?
I'm a fan of Glenn. I know
Same.
I don't know if
I was
I'm sure you've
2.
seen the
I
names,
got to
right?
watch
But
it when I was
Steve
3.
Wilkes, Steve
Oh,
Wilkes
yeah.
being a former head coach, Todd Haley being a former head coach, Thomas from Chicago, the interim head coach. If you're putting together a coaching staff, I love that a first-time head coach is smart enough to go get guys who've been in that position, and hopefully they've learned from it, and he can lean on them for knowledge and wisdom. And hey, what did you do wrong the first time? What would you change about what you did as head coach? And get all of that info to be the best version of himself.
I think when the Glenn announcement came out, I was a big fan of Glenn the human.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Glenn the coach. I just wasn't the biggest fan of Glenn the head coach of the New York Jets. Because you get to a point to where, well, then the hiring of Glenn isn't the most important thing. The hiring of his offensive coordinator becomes the most important thing. And then obviously we get like a lot of really, really good news coming out. Steve Wilkes being talked about to be the DC and all of these people coming out. Like you said, a lot of these offensive coordinator picks that he's making, or that he's not making, but that he's at least talking to, are swing for the fences kind of offensive coordinator hires, And so I'm a big fan of what Glenn is doing, but the best way I think I could say it is I'm cautiously optimistic. Because let's say he comes out tomorrow and he goes, you know what? I'm a big fan of this Aaron Rodgers guy, and he's a big fan of this Nathaniel Hackett guy. We're going to keep Nathaniel Hackett as the offensive coordinator. Well, then Glenn sucks, right? Like I'm not going to support that decision regardless of what else he does. So let's see what happens with
That's a funny comment.
everything else.
That's a great comment.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that long ago, if we want to be honest.
Could still be. He goes that
no,
young.
wait, I'm 30 this year.
Are you?
Jesus.
Wow. Wow, I think you were like 26 when we first met, right? It's been that.
I have no idea. I don't know how long I've been doing this.
I'm pretty sure.
Was the Zach year? No. Was it the Zach year? Was the Sauce year? That's when I started doing YouTube. And right when I started, it was us on Jeremy's show.
Yeah, so you were 27. You were still 29.
27, 26, 27. I don't know.
You were 26.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you were 26 because I remember. Yep, Nate's on fire. I fucking hate when he's on fire, but man, he's in God mode right now in the chat.
Yep.
Sometimes people have those moments where every comment just hits, and right now he seems to be the
Just on
comment
fire.
that keeps.
Buffalo's been going on that streak on Twitter for 2 years now. Where just every tweet is just he's a savant at that. I don't understand how he's that good at it.
He's great because not only does he have the humor, but he does the analytics. Like he is like a hybrid, right? Normally, if you're like analytics, you have no personality. We know people like that. Like I don't want to say their names here, but I've known people who are analytic people who do not talk, converse, or think well. They just
can't
read
communicate
numbers.
as humans.
Yeah, and then there's people who have great communication, but aren't like who want to go put the time in and find all the deep dives.
They're the gut people. Got a gut feeling.
He's the hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who do you like for the offensive coordinator? Who's if you had to pick right now of the list that's been out, who do you want?
I would go with experience, with the inexperienced head coach, knowing that Glenn does come from the defensive side of the ball. Not saying that he won't be a part of the offense. He said it himself. He'll coach the whole team. But I would honestly take Todd Haley. If not Todd Haley as the coordinator, passing game coordinator, something where he's got a big role, and he called the offense with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, and they were pretty goddamn elite. I don't know if you paid attention to our roster, but we got two guys who could be that great.
You don't have any
How do you get them the
concern?
ball? How do you pair them together? How do you manipulate the defense to get them in open space? How do you hide things? How do you disguise it? How do you just put your offense through the two of them? Which we
But you
should
don't
be
have any
doing.
concern that he hasn't been a coach for 6 years?
I mean,
The offense has changed. The offense that he was running in Pittsburgh, which at this point is 8 years
yeah,
ago.
but that's why
know?
if you're teaming him up with other people, I like it. But I like having a former head coach in the building. I do. If you have a first-time head coach, I want at least a former head coach on each side of the ball. At least
I
one.
don't care about that. I don't care. Well, yeah, we're gonna get.
I don't want newbies
it's
everywhere.
almost
Newbies
positive
to
that
me
it's gonna be
scream
Steve Wilkes.
failure. Screams
almost
failure
positive.
if you have newbies at every position. First-time
It's almost-
DC.
It's almost a guarantee that Wilkes is going to get the DC job.
I know. He's a former head coach. I like that.
No, I
Let's get one on
agree.
the
I
offensive
like the
side of the
idea
ball,
of going former head coach on the defensive side of the ball because that's where his specialty is. They're going to be able to talk shop and everything like that. That's why I'm liking what I'm seeing so far with Glenn is because it gives him the opportunity to swing for the fences at offensive coordinator. I hate this idea of let's just go safe. No. Glenn was the safe hire. You went safe. Okay, you're good there. Now you have to swing for the fences. I would throw everything that I could at Clint Kubiak to try to bring him here.
That's fair.
That would
That's
be
fine.
that
I
would
wouldn't
be
be
my
upset
guy.
with that.
Especially because I do have concerns of like the idea of a first time offensive coordinator who then is old, you know what I mean? And Clint is not a first time OC. Called plays twice already. Once in Minnesota where he did a top 12 offense before that whole staff got fired. And then again last year, a top half offense with Derek Carr in and out of the lineup.
Yeah. Oscar, thank you for the super chat. I would love to pair Emeka with G5. Not at 7. If we do trade back, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think we're doing that at 7, Oscar. But I do thank you for the super chat. And Rick, yeah, please don't think I was referencing Frankie. Frankie's awesome when I was saying analytics people. But no, Frankie's top notch all around. Love Frankie. Try to catch his streams as often as I can. If you haven't already, go check out Frankie from Flatbush.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the guy that we're talking about, we're fans of his too. Like as a human. Or at least I know I am. I ain't got no beef with him.
Human? I mean, I guess, right? He's not an alien. Like I guess as a human. But there's people out there that I just can't watch because they read numbers to you, and that's not my.
Oh no, yeah, I don't watch. I'll talk to the guy.
Awesome. Well, while you're here, I am going to take this opportunity to not do laundry. I do have to pee. I have to pee. No laundry. But I am going to pee. I will be back. Tigo, I leave the airwaves to you, my friend. Let me ask you this question.
McMillan.
Rank your top 3 at 7.
McMillan.
All right, go ahead. Rank them.
No, that's it. That's 1, 2, and 3. I think McMillan is obviously. I think the ideal situation for the draft is if McMillan somehow makes it past New England, right? You put yourself in a really, really good position as the Jets at number 7 to get McMillan. But the biggest thing is that he needs to make it past the Patriots. If for whatever reason he doesn't make it past the Pats, you got to get out of that pick. You got to get out of 7. What you need to hope is that that one of Milroe or Dart run up the draft board, and that some team behind the New York Jets falls in love with them. And in a perfect world, you would want both of them to jump up the board, because the reality is that there are 4 teams ahead of the New York Jets that probably need a quarterback in the Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns, the New York Giants, and the Las Vegas Raiders. But you need to hope that one of them passes on a quarterback. The best case scenario.
Tennessee does. Did you see the general manager's comment?
I think that's
we're
just
not passing on a generational talent. I think that means they're taking Hunter. I don't think
Hunter's
either
a
quarterback is
generational
ruled.
talent.
I don't think either one of these quarterbacks is anywhere near a generational talent.
No, not even. No.
So if you're Tennessee,
No.
you take who you think the best player is.
I think it's.
I'll tell you right now, I don't think McMillan gets past Vegas, because putting Bowers and McMillan together is fucking nice.
I don't, but they need
a lot. They're picking 5th in the draft. They need a lot, but I know.
We'll see who their head coach is. I still have a feeling that Flores is going to end up in Vegas because of the New England connection with Tom there, and obviously Tom wanted Vrabel, and Flores is the like Walmart version of Vrabel, so like you could go that way.
Okay.
I think if McMillan makes it past New England, you get him at 7. If McMillan gets taken by New England, which you probably will, you have to get out of the 7 pick. You have to. Like, I think you have to get out of the 7 pick. And so, yeah, because it's just Carter's not making it to 7. That would be a really, really nice world, but he's not making it to 7. I don't think Graham is making it to 7. Because, again, that would be another really nice pick, but, like, he doesn't make it to 7. So you're looking at 7, like, are you really going to take Will Campbell at 7? I don't love that pick.
No, I can't.
Are you really going to take Malachi Starks at 7? Look, Malachi Starks is a stud, but safety at 7, that's hard to swallow. And so you kind of get forced into this hole of it's either going to be Will Campbell or Will Johnson. You're going to get a Will at 7 if you can't get out. So, and while Will Johnson is a stud, like an absolute stud, do you really need 2 top 10 picks in the defensive back room? Maybe, because Glenn was absolutely not given a shot at defensive back in Detroit. Like, not one. He wasn't given a single defensive back worth a damn, from what I remember. Yeah, he's a safety, though.
Brian
Was
Branch.
converted into a nickel. So they were given 1, right? But, like, they just, at every opportunity that they had, they fumbled the ball at defensive back. And so this idea of partnering Will Johnson and Sauce Gardner together could be one that he looks at and he goes, yo, we don't need linebackers, the defensive line. If we can get a big fatty in the second round, give me that defense. I'll win champion. But
give me, I missed a little bit of it. I know you said McMillan's your number 1. Who's 2 and 3 for you at 7?
2 is get out of 7. 2 is get out of 7.
Give me a name.
No. But like, do you want realistic names? Because my list goes McMillan, Carter, Graham.
Okay.
But
all right. I'm Carter, Graham, probably Johnson.
Really?
Yeah. I think that Aaron Glenn and Wilkes are going to want to build an elite defense first and get it back to where it needs to be. And then I think you go all in with the offense. You can always find a veteran wide receiver, a guy like a Brandon Cooks bouncing around that you can bring in for a year and go get a big name or or you could trade for somebody. You know, there's always people available. That would be my hot take for the Jets offseason is that Wilson doesn't get traded. We go make a trade for a receiver. Like we get rid of Devontae, and then we just make a trade for someone, an unexpected name. I don't have a name like loaded and locked, but that would be my big prediction for the Jets, that they trade for another veteran receiver.
I wouldn't trade for one. Like, there's the thing. It's just like we know. Like, here's the way that I look at it as I go. This class is loaded at defensive tackle. You're not going to get a player as good as Graham, right? But he's great. So you can get a big fatty in the second round because we already have Quinnen Williams. He's a stud, right? We've got good edge players. We maybe need another one to rotate in there. Yeah. And so I'm not ruling that out, and that's why I like Carter a lot.
Okay.
Will Johnson's probably the third best player in this draft. Yeah. Like, if we're being honest.
Yeah, well, it's just a matter of, like you said, do you want to take another corner in the top 10? Do you solidify D-line in free agency? Do you just take best player available, and then that for you is Will Johnson? Because I don't think there's any chance Carter gets to us.
I don't think there's any chance that Carter. I don't think Carter makes it. Like, the reality is that if the quarterbacks go 1 and 2, Carter goes to the Giants. There's no way he makes it past the Giants.
You think they take Carter over Hunter?
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. I think Tennessee made the comment.
Yeah, I think they do.
Which tells everybody what? If you want your choice of quarterback, come and get it. We're not sold on quarterback. Come bid for us. Real quick, we're going to start winding the show down. Please start dropping your What Did We Learns. And if you are still interested, we are 10 memberships away from the return of the Dave Briga emoji tonight.
Real quick, because someone's yelling at me in the chat. JV, I'm not saying anything bad about DA or Quinnen Williams, like, at all. Or I'm DA or Garrett Wilson. That's not the point.
JV, let me give you a little background with JV real quick to a little bit of insight. JV has set in his mind that it is 100% given Rodgers and Devontae will be back, and there's no way that anyone would move on from them.
I agree. I think they will be back. I think Glenn will bring both of them back.
But
I don't disagree with that point.
That's why he's saying that going for a wide receiver, or me saying we trade for a wide receiver. I'm under the impression that Rodgers and Adams are gone. That's just me. That's my gut feeling.
I think they stay.
Okay. And that's fair. Like, I'm not arguing it. I'm just with my scenario of going and trading for a receiver, it means Devontae would no longer be here if you're going to go get another veteran. But
yeah. And so, like, the point that I was saying is just
start having more answers,
Yeah, it's just about getting the many.
Knowing what schemes we're going to run, knowing who's coaching, the ties that they've had throughout their careers with certain players, and, maybe players have had success with them there. But start dropping your What Did We Learn? Like I said, we're going to start wrapping up shortly.
It's just about loading up the team as much as possible. I think we have a shot. I think we can make a run, and I want to try to use 7 to do that. And it's hard with this class because I don't see who the player, because you either need a player that you're going to be able to utilize full to you at 7, which you never want to be in that situation, or you reach for a player that that'll do well. A great example and a name that you're going to see a lot is Tyler Warren. But Tyler Warren isn't Brock Bowers.
Don't need to be.
No. But what I'm saying is Brock Bowers didn't even go 7. And Brock Bowers was truly a generational talent. Yeah. Warren is damn good. He's not Brock. And so.
But needs change. If we had a left tackle last year, we probably take Bowers. We needed a left tackle for the future. It was the right pick for us at the time. So, I mean,
I wanted Brian Thomas.
The needle moves, the moving the goalpost, right? I did too. I'm a Georgia guy, and I was team weapon. You know that. But
me too. I was with you.
Yeah. In hindsight, Tyron Smith turned into Wayne Hunter, and we needed Olu, or else we'd be talking about Rodgers' funeral. All right, Tigo, thank you for joining. I got to eat. I never even ate dinner. I haven't eaten anything since 1:15 this afternoon. I got to have a little bit of chicken and vegetables before bed, or else I'm going to be a cranky monster. Thank you for joining. You too, buddy. Thank you, as always, for calling in. Talk soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Tigo. What did we learn today? I learned that there's hope. Said it a few weeks ago. We'll all be miserable. We'll all be angry. We'll all be frustrated. We'll all be done with this team. And then they'll get the coach. And then they'll get the GM. And then they'll get the staff. And then start to put our plan together. And with each hiccup. Which each passing move that we make, hope is restored. Hope is renewed. And we're eternal optimists as Jets fans. Jets 8:30. I learned Gary has shit in the closet. Very good. I learned that Nick hasn't eaten since 1:15 p.m. Very nice. Boomtown. First we get the sugar, then we get the power, then we get the women. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 69 of you still watching. Thank you. Great number. We seem to be hovering at that number a lot recently. If you haven't already and you're watching, please subscribe to the channel. Memberships. JV, I learned that you lost a toe, which sucks, but always remember the worst part about your life is being a Jets fan. I'll argue with you when you're wrong, but when you're right, you're right. I learned Billy M and Rob V are exclusive. Jets mess. What's up? I learned Nick's leprechaun voice is better than his Canadian voice. Nice. Nick, see my name for Tigo. I don't know what that means. I missed something. Oscar, I learned that the African bush elephant can lift almost 15,000 pounds. Why the fuck didn't we have him at Addison's birthday picking up Bobby? The hell was that shit? I had to do it with Rob V. Clancy. Yeah, let's get a D tackler too. Let's get some big boys up on the D line. Adirondack, I learned that 25 is in fact actually Gia. I am not Gia. Look at that. Fighting with himself. Adirondack, I learned that Nick is packing some heat. This is what we're looking for. I learned that Nick didn't take acting classes and also possibly early dementia. That's good, Rob. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time. It is Boomtown. You know what, man? All right. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. And I will be joined with the great Dom C. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to propose some cap scenarios to Dom. And Dom's going to give me and you guys some insight on what would happen to the Jets cap if certain moves were to take place. Something different. Dom's the guy that I ask whenever I have cap questions, so I thought it'd be fun to have him on and do a little bit of a different discussion. Peter, you should have known this. Shame on you not learning this earlier. I learned that chicken and veggies always a great meal. We're getting nerdy tomorrow. Hell yeah. But before, hell yeah, we're going to bust a cap tomorrow. Sorry, can't do that in the NFL. You can totally hump the end zone if you score in Detroit, but you can't point first down with 2 fingers. Thumb down, okay. 1 finger, okay. 2 fingers, inappropriate. That's what she said. Rick Furdy, fantastic comment. All right. You've watched for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You've heard a lot. We've laughed a lot. We've celebrated. We've complained. But all of it has led us to this moment for Boomtown to tell us, what did he learn today? Mr. Boom, if you would please drop, what did you learn? And we are at 69 viewers again. Tremendous. I love that number keeps popping up. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Boomtown learned a lack of coffee delayed shine time this evening. Nick is in his nephew's nightmares. Nick's nephew's birthday present quality is diminishing rapidly. But did you notice he stopped commenting when I threatened that? Some guys you got to get rough with. Fact. Bonus, Jay has 100% completely, unequivocally, absolutely, totally come around on Aaron Rodgers. You want Dave Briga? You will have Dave Briga. Clancy was spreading lies tonight. Shame on Clancy. Double bonus. Nick may be a moon landing denier. 69 is the new benchmark. Wrenches cause a significant amount of drama, both real and not real. The double entendre gutter threat was top notch. Thank you. Triple bonus. Weed is like a weed sprayed with Roundup. Gary was nearly defeated by a bottle of water. No Nick is safe from Nate. Gary would fight a child bear. Awesome. 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 All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. It is that time to play the great Blitz BK. If you are going to gift 10 memberships, now would be the time. Team up. Everyone do 1. 10 people do 1. Let's get the Dave Briga emoji back. Let's hit the new benchmark on the channel. Thank all of you for everything. I truly do. Jay, 3 siblings, Hank G, Wildwave, Pat Rich, Rick Kent, Jet It Out, Craig Wilton, Rick Kent again, JV Free, Joshua, and Oscar. You guys are all tremendous. Thank you for making it a fun show tonight. Thank you for your contributions to the channel. And since Addison's nowhere to be found, if you want to hang out with us after the show, there's one place to be, in the DP. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. God bless. And remember, without God, I am nothing. God gives you strength. Yeah. Oh, that lighting. Ooh. Does look nice. My hat just pulled a Melania Trump. I couldn't get to the bicep with that brim of the hat there. That's why I wear the shit backwards. I need a new white hat. All right. I just got like a burst of energy. That was fucking weird.
Ay, di kanso ng ay ka-finger, di kanso tayo somos moranger.
Did you see the Bobby picture? Look at that. He lost like 3 pounds. He looks good now. Yeah.
Shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.